All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. It is Friday. There's a couple hours left in the trading day. The Bitcoin miners have been all over the place today. Bitcoin has kind of been drifting down as the day goes on. So if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody would do us a favor and smash the like button, it helps the channel a lot. We appreciate it. You will see a link in our pinned comment below to our free Discord. You're welcome to join us over there to talk. And every Friday at 4:30, we do a live stream. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's look at the Bitcoin miner big board first and show you where that's at. And again, there's about 2 hours left in the trading day today on Friday. Right now, you'll see this entire board is red with one exception, and that has seemed to be the case. There's always one or two exceptions for whatever reason, and Wolf is up almost 9%. It's on normal volume. There's no new news, so for whatever reason, Wolf is rallying. It was very oversold. The rest of the board from top to bottom is red, and again, it's been trending down all day. Some of these were up as much as 3 or 4 or 5% this morning, and they're now down. So if you look, CleanSpark is now down 5.5%. RIOT and Marathon are both down around 4.5%. Those are two of the larger companies here and the two most established companies, and they are trading down significantly, and they are both hitting new 52-week lows today as well, as is almost every single Bitcoin mining stock. So if they are not at their 52-week low, they're very near their 52-week low. In the case of RIOT and Marathon, they are at their 52-week low. They each set a new low today. So you can see the vast majority of this board is down somewhere between 3 to 5%. That's what's happening right now. Again, these are not the final numbers for the day, so nothing will surprise me. This has gone from green to red to green to red today, so we'll see where it ends. It's really starting to look like the momentum is downward, but we shall see. I'm going to go through a few things on the Bitcoin chart because the Bitcoin miners are not really trading in tandem with Bitcoin at the moment. They are significantly more oversold than Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you a few numbers and tell you what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at, this is the Bitcoin chart on the 15-minute time frame. So this is a close-up. Let's see what's going on today. So as always, there's an orange line here for where the equity markets closed yesterday, just under $40,000. So you can see today, since then, it has basically been downward pressure. We did have a nice little run up into the opening this morning. Then it's been down since then, and a big gap down in the middle of the trading day. However, you can see we've gapped right down to this purple line again, and I'm going to zoom out a little and show you. This purple line has been a pretty decent line of support. And really, this is a short temporary line, so I was not expecting it to hold up this well. The critical line of support is down here at 37,400. And right now, we're nowhere near that, and we don't seem to be testing that line. So we'll see what happens. I want to zoom out a little bit and show you why I think the Bitcoin miners are unreasonably oversold in comparison to Bitcoin. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So this is where we are right now. So let's take a look at this purple line at 38,500-ish. So you can see this dates back to, we first candle wick down to that on April 18th. We tested it again on April 25th. We actually dipped below it on April 26th, but we went back above it the very next day, and it's held ever since, and we are now testing it again today on April 29th. So, for the last 11 days, this has been a pretty solid line of support here at 38,500. We did break below it one time, but we never got down really to the $37,400 line to test that. We stayed kind of in the middle and broke back to the upside. Okay, so if I go from where we're trading right now at about 38,600, if I go to our strong line of support, we still have about 3%, a little over 3% to the downside for Bitcoin before it gets to its recent strong support. We last tested this line about a month and a half ago on March 13th. So the year 2022 line of support is down here at $33,000. We tested that on January 24th. We got down to about 34,200 1 month later on February 24th. So Bitcoin has about a 14% buffer zone in between where it's trading right now at around 39,900 and its 2022 low of 33,000. Yet all the Bitcoin mining stocks are at or below their 52-week low. So that right there shows you the first disproportionate thing that's happening. Now, second thing, Bitcoin's 2021 low was at 29,000 back in July of 2021. So, now we're talking about a year and a half low. Bitcoin is just about 25% above that low. Almost every single Bitcoin miner is at a lower price than it was back when Bitcoin was at 29,000 in 2021. So, whereas Bitcoin is up 25%, all the rest of the miners are actually down from this point. So these things have gone in the opposite direction, and a lot of this has happened over the last 6 or 8 weeks. So I know everybody is extremely frustrated, and this has been a very tough run. And I have a lot of people asking me, well, which is it? Are we in a bear market? Are we in a bull market? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? And so I wanted to just address that a little bit, because I do try to put out daily updates, and I want to explain one of the things that I'm doing in the daily updates when I look at the Bitcoin chart. Not so much the Bitcoin miners, but when I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart, I'm really talking about some short-term stuff on a daily basis. I'm trying to figure out where we going, in the next day or week or couple of weeks. Are we trending bullish or bearish in the short term? So this is all technical analysis based on these charts. So I want to reiterate that when I'm looking at the fundamentals for Bitcoin, I am still extremely bullish. So there's a difference between what the technicals show on a short-term basis, and that's more of a trading thing, versus what the fundamentals show on more of a long-term basis. So when you look at things like Bitcoin adoption and then Bitcoin use case and things like the supply and demand of Bitcoin, all of those fundamentals have gotten significantly better. So massive improvement over the last year, and they continue to trend in the right direction. So that spot Bitcoin ETF, I believe we are very close to. Grayscale has made it clear that if they get rejected, they will be suing the SEC. And I think the SEC, from a language standpoint, has loosened up quite a bit to where I think that Bitcoin ETF is inevitable. So just those two things right there are massive, massive catalysts for Bitcoin. And until they happen, we may continue in this, what I'm calling, we're kind of in a neutral zone here. We're getting very mixed signals on a daily basis, and really we're just going sideways over the course of the year 2022. I see Bitcoin going up many multiples from where it is right now. So the question of where is Bitcoin in 60 days, the answer, if everybody's being honest, the answer is I don't know. The question of where is Bitcoin in 5 years, I think most Bitcoin people who are looking at the fundamentals believe that it will have a multiple increase over the next several years. Having said all that, let's go to the one-day chart. Okay, so this was my plan Z for zoom out. This had followed along basically all year 2022. You'll see two blue lines that are an ascending channel. The bottom of this channel is coming in at around $40,000. The top of this channel is coming in at around $50,000. So we've been trading in this uptrend all year. So we've been doing two things. There's a line here at 37,400, which is the line I was talking about previously. That is a critical line of support, because you can see basically for most of the year, although we popped below this a few times briefly, this has been strong support for all of the year 2022. So that is one trend that's going on. The other trend is we have been trading in general in this upward channel. Now, 3 days ago, we broke out of this channel, and you can see we are struggling and fighting to either break to the upside or the downside still, because beneath the bottom of this channel at 40,000 is this very strong line of support at 37,400. So it seems to me like I'm calling that the neutral zone. We seem trapped in the neutral zone right now. We can't quite break back into this trading range over the last few days, but our very strong line of support has held up nicely. In fact, we really haven't even tested it. So this is the RSI on the daily time frame. It's at 40.45 right now. And for those of you who follow the channel, you'll know that I say everything over 50 is good news. Now you'll see if I go all the way back to April 6th, so almost back to the beginning of this month, at that point we were at about 46 on the daily RSI for Bitcoin. Since then, we've gotten as low as 35. So 30 or under is oversold. So at that point, you can expect maybe some sideways or upward momentum. But we have not gotten anywhere near 30. 50 is absolutely neutral, and since this date on April 9th, we have not gotten to 50 or over 50. So we've not gotten to neutral or into a buy territory, but we also have not gotten to 30 or below 30. So we have never gotten oversold. So this is why whoever else you're watching, they're probably giving a lot of mixed signals just like this, because Bitcoin has given day after day very mixed signals. So this is a very sideways chart. It's giving no indication which way it's going to break, either which way. You'll see we had a bearish cross on April 5th. And then the histogram seemed to reach a bottom on April 12th, and we started moving up, and the line started moving towards a bullish crossover. We had some nice momentum around April 18th, 19th, 20th, and then that broke, and we started heading away. Now, yesterday, they seem to be headed towards crossing over, and now today, they're heading away from it. We are bouncing off of what needs to be a bullish crossover to start to see a trend upward, and we've just had a series of fake outs. So this last couple of weeks has been extra frustrating, and all the while, the Bitcoin miners have been reacting very poorly from a price action standpoint. So this is Hive. This red line is its 52-week low at $1.50. It's trading at $1.52 right now. So it's putting pressure on its 52-week low. Here's Riot. It established a 52-week low back on January 24th at $13. Well, now it's trading at $10.37. So this has broken through and it's in a downward spiral. You guys all have the stocks that you like, and you need to do your due diligence and make your own buying decisions. But for me, I have been averaging into Riot. It's getting harder and harder to average into things because we've been now 5 months into a downward buy the dip trend. So I understand that a lot of people don't have any powder left to average in which case I'm holding my positions that I think are full, and I'm waiting for this to turn around. If we look at Marathon, it might as well look like the exact same picture. On January 24th, it hit a 52-week low of $19, and it's now trading at $16. So here again, the same thing. It's taken out its 52-week low. It's taken out its 2022 low. It's taken out its 2021 low. So this is more like an 18-month low for all of these as well. Again, and we looked at Bitcoin is nowhere near its 52-week low or its 18-month low. Yet, all these Bitcoin miners are at or below those points. Okay, so Bitfarms is up a little bit. It bounced off of its 52-week low 2 days ago at $2.75. It's at $2.91 right now. So very near its 52-week low. Again, here's Greenidge. It put in a 52-week low March 15th, and this was an all-time low because this is a newer stock. And you can see here we are below that point right now. So I could go on chart after chart after chart, but they all look like this. So the fact is, the Bitcoin miners are oversold in relationship to Bitcoin, and that's just what's happening right now. So I believe they will have a recovery, so I continue to invest. But obviously, that is not financial advice. You guys have to decide how you feel about both Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. So I continue to believe they are a leveraged play on Bitcoin, and in the end, they will be a good investment. However, for the last 5 months, this has been brutal. So I hope this cleared a little bit up today about these short-term technical analysis versus long-term fundamentals analysis. So if you happen to be watching right now on Friday afternoon, we have a live stream at 4:30. So if it's any time after that, you're welcome to come and join us on the live stream. Thanks so much for watching the video. Remember to please subscribe and smash the like button, and we will see you in the next video.